Hello everyone and welcome to my very first YouTube video here on the Alpha Made This channel and my first bullet journal video, finally. Sorry about the wait on that one. But anyway, as you can see here, I have my notebook out and ready to go. I personally love using the Scribbles That Matter A5 dot grid notebooks. They are fantastic. The pages are nice and thick, so you can use markers, crayons, whatever you want on them. But you don't need to get anything fancy. You can get yours at Walmart, you can get yours at the dollar store. I personally get these ones off Amazon, so I will leave that link down below. Now, bullet journaling, the first thing you'll always hear about is a key and a color code. I personally don't color code because I use monthly color schemes, but my key is just a circle for task, cross it off for completed, arrow for migrated, cross it off for canceled, like the whole thing, and then a dot for notes. I'll take a few photos for my Instagram so you can see this, but I leave mine pretty simple. And the index, self-explanatory, but it is an important key to have because you might put a list about what you wanted to pack in like a random page and you're like have to flip through all the pages to find it. Not if you have an index and keep it organized, my friends. But yes, not all the notebooks will have this. This one does. Plug it in if you want it. You don't have to, but I would recommend it. Next up is something that's not overly common in a lot of bullet journals you'll see, but I love using this grid spacing cheat sheet, especially because I use the dot grid style. It makes it easy for when I reference back and make new spreads, and I have OCD, so this is great. I could just go back this way and I don't have to worry about having awkward spacing and then covering my entire page in whiteout, because that has happened before. And I don't think I did it at all in this one, but I'm sure I whipped out a white gel pen at some point or another to cover up some lines, I think. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, this isn't overly common to do, but if you want to, throw it in there. There's no harm, no foul. You don't want to use it next time, just don't put it in your next bullet journal. And now, next up, I did slow-mo these clips, by the way, I'm just letting you know. Well, just this one. Next, I love having a year at a glance. You'll see it's not completely filled out, but basically just a very easy reference page to go back and look at the major holidays. That's all I include in this part. Aside from obviously the dates for the next 12 months, but I like to include the major holidays. That way, if I have to go back and go, what days do I need to take off? Boom, right there. I don't take days off. I don't know why I use that analogy, but we're gonna roll with it. Bullet journaling is what you want to make it. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to follow mine exactly, and there's tons of inspiration on Pinterest for you guys. But if you're gonna have any spread in your notebook to start off with, the future log is one I'd highly recommend. I have mine 4 up over 3 spreads, and I use this to put in appointments, events, birthdays, holidays, things that are major that you need to be reminded of every month when you're making your monthly layouts. These are key. I may only fit 4 or 5 months in a bullet journal, but I can always reference back when I'm migrating into a new one. Very, very handy layouts to have. And that's all I have at the beginning. You can include so much more, like goals. You can include cleaning lists. You can include financial debt plan, whatnot, which I actually have done in the past, but for this series specifically, I'm going to leave this nice and simple because I will break them all down for you guys in future videos. But for now, we're going to jump in to the October spreads. So get ready because it's about to go down. And welcome to Super Fast Speed. So I decided to actually go ahead and draw out the layouts for you guys in these next few clips. This is how I'm going to normally do all of my Plan With Me videos. This is how I prefer to do the Plan With Me videos. I find the flip through, there's not enough time for me to go over what I'm doing. I mean, I had to slow-mo those clips down, and these ones are like ×8, so plenty of time. It did not take me 13 minutes to do these spreads. It took me closer to an hour and a half to do these spreads after I sketched them out. But again, OCD, that's just me. I know I had said I wanted to make stickers for the release of this video, but I truly did not have time, and I didn't want to half-ass it. That's more why I decided to go this route and do a simple layout that you guys could follow along with. I will be doing stickers in the new year, however, so watch out for that. And also Halloween in October is my favorite month, so if I'm gonna go all out, I'm not gonna just do it in a week. I'm gonna do it in like a good month and a half, 2 months. I'm extra and OCD. It's a deadly combination, my friends. But I decided to go with a spiderweb theme for October. This is the only pumpkin, side note, in the whole spread. Spoiler alert, maybe. But I wanted to make it easy for people to just copy if they wanted to add a little decoration to their bullet journal. But I, as you can see here, start with just a monthly calendar spread. I won't put anything like bills because that's in a future spread. This is more along the lines of events. Reference back to your future log. This is where your future log will come in handy. What kind of birthdays do you have coming up? What kind of holidays are there coming up? Obviously there's Halloween this month. I have 2 birthdays for sure. Probably more, but I'm blanking right now. You know, there's gonna be, I'm sure, a Halloween stag and do. There's gonna be just a bunch of things that if I need to reference back from my weekly spreads, this is where I'm gonna go. It all flows together. You have your year at a glance, your future log, and then you have your monthly, and then your weekly, and that leads into your daily, and it just, your brain will thank you for organizing it so well. And now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of this bullet journal. I personally love including goals in my bullet journal. I'm a very goal-oriented person, and I tend to break my goals down. I don't like to overwhelm myself, so I will make for each month a body, mind, spirit, and business goal. I put alpha because obviously it's easier than running a business in this small space, but I like to focus on the bigger picture, what my personal New Year's resolutions are, if you will, and then break those down per month, and then break those down into steps. So I have my goals here, and I'm going to give you guys an example of one of my goals for the business, because I already kind of spoiled it by saying I wanted to open an Etsy store for stickers, floor planners, and that way you guys don't have to worry about drawing anything. If you feel like supporting me, you know, you can just go and get those stickers. I will actually have them cut on the Cricut, or you can get them digitally. Totally up to you. But yes, so here I have the 4 different layouts, the 4 different sections, not layouts, and I will break those individually down into 4 different steps. Again, you want to make all your goals into little baby steps, make it way easier to achieve. You feel way less overwhelmed, and that's the number one thing in goal setting. Make them achievable and time yourself. I have 1 month to do all these, and you damn straight I'm gonna get them all done. I mean, aside from the fact that I don't know what I'm quite gonna do for spirit, I think I know what I'm gonna do for body and mind, but follow my Instagram, and I will keep you updated on that, because I will be updating this as well and posting, and it will be my legit life. It won't be a fake one. But I'm going to step away from plugging my Instagram because this is probably the most asked about spread, period. This is the monthly habit trackers. And I broke mine down a little differently. This way I might actually prefer, to be honest with you. But of course, I mean, follow me on Instagram and you'll find out. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. I'm so sorry, guys. But basically, I decided to break down 8 different habits into these little October calendars. And I stuck it to 8 because I found that if I do more, I overwhelm myself. And I did that when I first started bullet journaling. I tracked everything and it was absolutely ridiculous. When I didn't fill it in, I felt defeated. So just don't do that to yourself. So I have 8 here and I will write them in a second. But this thing I'm doing on the side is actually where I'm going to track my freelance income, because it's separate from my personal bills and income at the moment. The business is its own little entity. And I did have a friend ask me about how to track her tips. This is one way you can do it, but I will get more into that in the financial side of things when I do that video. But this is a really good way to track that if you want to. And it's a day-to-day basis too. So as you can see here, I'm writing in skincare, morning and night. Other things I'm tracking are flossing, because my dentist appointment is coming up and I want them to be proud of me. Working out, that's just at a lifestyle for me at this point, but I do like to track it because it makes me feel good. There's the Instagram again. Follow me at AlphaMadeThis. I'm so close to 100 followers. Just help a girl out, please. And then the last one, what did I put there? Dry brush. Oh yes, before I shower. It's very good for your skin. Very, very good. So I'm going to try and do that this year. Oh my goodness, this month. So this is where I kind of made my habit tracker a little different. Normally I have a separate mood tracker and I tend to track my sleep within my habit tracker. But in this specific case, I decided to do something a little bit different. Oh, and steps I'm doing, that's new too, by the way. But I saw graphs on Pinterest. This most deadly website, I swear to God. But there's graphs on Pinterest where it tracks your mood, sleep, and steps in that format. And I thought it looked really, really cool. So I want to give that a shot. And plus it's easier, it gives you more of a section to write in steps. But I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably do it where I have my freelance income. You could put your steps there too. If you like the little boxes, it's up to you. Like I said, this bullet journal is totally your call, my friends. So this next spread is actually kind of like a smaller version of what my whole financial spread's going to be. But for the month in general, I decided to do a bill tracker. Especially because me and my other half just purchased our first home, and the bills came out in September for the first time, and I just don't want to lose track of them. So I wrote in the dates here, and this is where I'm going to plug in all of my personal bills as well as the home bills because I take care of all that. So I will write it down and I can reference it when I do my weekly spreads, and I know what bills are coming out, what bills are due. Most of them I tried to set up auto deposit, which is fine, but I do the cash envelope system, so I need to know to put the money back in the bank when that happens. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. And this next part here, I don't know if I'll utilize, if I'm being totally honest with you, but it's a spending log. Basically just where I'm going to write in what I use on my debit card because I do the cash envelope system, then I could kind of pay back from my categories. And then the little ones on the side are wants and needs. I'm not a big spender, but I think it'd be interesting to see how much. I wish I would have compared before I got the house because there'd be a lot more Tim Hortons on that list, my friends, let me tell you. But this is really good for people who want to keep track of their spending because a lot of people lose track of it, especially when they're swiping their card so often. And that part was blank, so I decided to slap a little spider web on there. Next up is the October review pages, and basically here's just a little place that you can plug in some memories for the day, what you're grateful for. It's basically like a mini journal for the whole month, and you could put in something you really liked that month, you can put in something you're happy for. I tend to literally use this as a 2-line-a-day journal, and if I had a bad day, I'll write it in there. If I had a great day, I'll write it in there. This, when I review this or flip back through, I'm probably going to have these 2 pages blanked out because I don't want you guys to see my most inner thoughts. No, I'm kidding. Normally I actually use this more for a gratitude journal because it's really good to go back and review something good about your day. Especially if you have anxiety or other kinds of mental health issues, going back and seeing what's good in your life is a really positive influence on you. So plug in 3 things you found good about that day. You saw a puppy. That would be my highlight. I would plug that in. But yeah, so this is nice and simple layout. Just have 2 lines for each day, 15 on one side, 16 on the other for this particular month because there's 31 days. And put in your lives. Journal. Write about your life. It's great. Next up are some pages that I used to take completely for granted, and they're the brain dump pages. This, I literally used to have 1 page in my monthly setup, and that was it. I would throw random things in there, and eventually, maybe I'd make a collective list, who knows. But now, I section off my brain dump lists into 4 different sections. That way, I know exactly what I'm feeling that month, because sometimes business might fill up very quickly in 1 month. Right now, my miscellaneous one has overflowed into the next category. But in my personal case, I have personal, business, home, and miscellaneous. And you can put whatever you want here. You don't even need to put sections. I do. Once again, OCD. It tends to overflow into my entire life, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. But here, I'll just write whatever I want in. It could be a podcast I want to check out, or an episode, or a song. Whatever is on your brain, dump it here. You will thank me later, my friends. And that is it for the October monthly spreads. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Here is a first look at what a weekly spread can look like. This particular one I've personally never done before, so I'm sure it'll be fine, honestly. It's just 4 boxes per page, lots of room to write in to-do lists, because I tend to write very extensive to-do lists. But I have the first box broken up into 2 different sections, which are water and work. I don't track my water in my monthly setup, because I'll never do it. I'll never remember to do it. But if it's in my weekly, it's in my face every day. And then I remember, oh yeah, you gotta drink 8 glasses of water every day, kid. And my bullet journal's attached to my hip, so I really have no excuse when it's right there. Basically, I'll just probably fill in each little dot grid box with some orange marker when I drink a glass of water, and then watch that box fill right up. But yes, so that's it. Make sure to check out my Instagram for how these layouts all look filled out. I'll be doing that over the next month. I might be doing weekly setup videos, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Either way, I'll let you guys know. But that's it, that's all. We're back to normal speed. These are the setups for October. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want, hit the subscribe button. I know I said that I really want to get 100 followers on Instagram, but getting a couple subscribers on YouTube would be pretty rad too. I'm getting really tired of talking. It's been 17 minutes of me talking. So anyway, let me know what you guys want to see. I'll be happy to make any type of bullet journal video or any kind of budgeting video, anything along those lines. You guys know where to find me. Everything's in the links down below or in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.